How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. This is going to be episode number 12 of this series, and if you have been enjoying this series so far, make sure you show your support, leave a like on the video. In the last episode, we obviously entered the January transfer window, and I asked you guys what players you think we should sign in the comments down below. Again, like on the episode before that, you guys really went ham on the comments. Over 90 comments again, and over 65 likes. I really can't thank you guys enough. Oh, that's a good little turn there by Willian. Too much pace for Kennedy. And Oscar does end up scoring the first goal of the game through a header, which is a bit disappointing, I'm not going to lie. You see this from Willian. It's a good little turn, a nice burst of pace there. Getting the ball into the middle. Is it a good cross? I think it is. And it's a pretty good bullet header there by Oscar. Certainly got the better of Osborne there. And it's 1-0 in the 35th minute. Not really the best start to the game. In fact, I've kind of expected us to do a bit better in the opening stages. So it's half time in the game. We're getting absolutely spanked in possession. Chelsea really are dominating the game. They're having a lot of good passes and they deserve to be in the lead, to be honest. Having said that though, I'm still impressed with our first half performance. We mainly kept Chelsea at bay for most of the first half, except for the goal. So, you know, that's something we need to improve. Barkham though. Here we go. Pass it through to Akinfenwa. He's through on goal here. Or is he? Oh my god, he just does not have enough pace, for God's sake. Let's take this one forward. And pass it through. Baxendale here. To Lyle Taylor. Wait for the overlapping run. And here we go with Andy Barkham. Look at all the pace he has. Oh my gosh, we've gone all the way. And it's a really good save there by Amelia in the goal. Oh yes, Barkham. Good job. Pass it through to King. What a save by Amelia. That is a big save by the Chelsea keeper. We end up losing the game then to Chelsea. Fair enough result. They're a better side. And they certainly have some good players. Amelia, he really did have a good game late on in that one. We're out of 2 cup competitions now. I think it's unfair and a bit, well, it's a bit unlucky more than anything. Not unfair, but just unlucky that we got drawn up against Chelsea. Arguably, we were the better side in that second half. Maybe not in the first half. We certainly didn't assert our dominance. I'm going to go ahead and offer 80,000 straight up for Jordan Graham. Obviously, they're not interested in Sean Rigg. I'm not really too surprised, to be honest, because he is a pretty terrible player. Marvin Sordell does want more wages per week if he does want to join AFC Wimbledon. He says he wants £450 extra a week, which is a lot of money, to be honest. And until we sell some players in this window, I don't really see us affording that, really. Well, we can afford it, but is it really worth it for this just one player? Same again, transfer offer unacceptable for Callum Roberts this time. And another player I've been interested in, I offered Kaja as part of the deal, but obviously they're not interested in him. So I will just go ahead and offer 125,000. Obviously, he's only got 6 months remaining on his contract, so they could lose him for nothing at the end of the summer. So I have decided to transfer list a few players, as well as put a few players up not for transfer as well. We've got Rigg, Kaya, McDonnell, and we've also got Beer up for transfer. We got Barkham not for transfer because, well, I'm trying to negotiate a new contract with him. I'm pretty sure that doesn't affect whether they leave on a free or not, but I've just done it anyway because you never know what happens. And obviously Roy Silva, we want to keep him. We want to make him a bit of a club legend. He's been very good so far. So let's sim this one, see if we get some good growth from this session. And we do see there that Wilson has grown quite significantly there, but still hasn't gone up to a 57 yet. Similar to Sordell, I'm not really sure if Tom Parks does warrant the extra £600 a week. But we will go ahead and give him a contract. We will give him the 4-year deal he wants. And we will also give him the crucial first team player status. So we have a game here now against Bradford in the J-Paint Trophy. But we have a serious problem for this game. Look at all the fitness of all of our first team players. They're absolutely shattered. Half of these players probably won't even be able to start or go on the bench at least. Literally, I'd rather play Barkham at the moment over Rigg. Mainly because I would like Barkham to get injured secretly, because that way he can't go on a pre-contract deal. But also, Rigg is never playing for this club ever again. He is just terrible. To be honest, it's still a very strong side. We've got Tom Elliott up front. I haven't played him too much this season. And maybe I should give him a bit of a run out in this game. Give him a little go. And maybe he will do well here against Bradford City. So in we go to the J Paint Trophy. Coming up against Bradford City. They are a strong side. They're a League One team, I believe. And they're going to be very difficult. Because they seem to have a lot of success. Especially in real life in the cup competitions. Oh, Reeves, he's done brilliantly here. And we're going to try and play through Tom Elliott. He's through on goal. And he shoots. And he scores. And already we're 1-0 up here within 4 minutes. And that's how you do it, Lyle Taylor. That is how you score a goal. Really good win back by Jake Reeves. Timing the pass perfectly. And the finish, I guess the keeper didn't really do too well with that one. But it's still a good finish by Elliott. And maybe I should give him a bit of a run in the first team. Because he's done well there. And here they go forward. Bradford having a shot. Oh my god. How on earth did they miss that one? Hansen misses an open goal there. But that is just so unlucky for them. Hansen should have scored that. But what an effort that was by the other Bradford player there. Really good stuff. Pacini inside. And again, we're going to play this one. And here we go. With Francoum trying to get inside and have a shot. And Francoum was so close there to making it 2-0. Pacini again finding little pockets of space. And can he find a good pass inside here? Yes, he can. Into Jake Reeves, who fakes shots round his man and has a shot. And he really does deserve a goal. He's been amazing in this first half. Good little pass there to Barkham. Now we're going to fake shot inside. Pass it off. And again, through here to Jake Reeves, who has a shot. And Jake Reeves with a brilliant finish there after a lovely passing move. And he's been absolutely mesmeric in this game so far. Really good play by Barkham. Then a good pass inside by Ben Harrison. And it's a very good finish first time there by Jake Reeves. I think it took a slight deflection though. And there we have it. We end up going through to the next round of the J Paint Trophy. It's very confusing because I don't know what stage we're at the moment in the J Paint Trophy. It just says area semi-final. Or maybe it said area final. Either way, we are through. We ended up dispatching Bradford City there. A very, very good game. Jake Reeves getting a goal and an assist. Transfer offer, unsurprisingly unacceptable though for Kemar Roof. So they want more than his valuation, plus Barkham, who's 2 ratings higher than Kemar Roof. They can just forget about that then. I'm not going to be signing this guy in this transfer window. An interesting player suggestion that I saw a couple of episodes now was Anthony Cora. I believe he's a League 2 striker. And I say League 2, I mean a League 2 striker. He's got 6 months remaining on his contract, but the good thing about this guy is he is rapid as hell. Look at those physical stats. He's very versatile as well. He's got good finishing already. And I believe this guy could be picked up very cheap as well. We can offer more than that possibly. But for the time being, that's what I'm going to offer for Anthony Cora. However, we have had a pre-contract offer accepted by Marvin Sordell. However, if we do sign him right now, he's going to really, really eat into our wages. And that is a bit of an issue, really. I know he's a very, very good striker, good overall. But $3.5 grand a week, that is a lot of money to be paying. And for the time being, unless we don't get a transfer offer accepted for Anthony Cora, I'm going to go ahead and stall this one. Transfer offer for Billy King, though. I think we've got 2 offers, actually. One from Notts County, one from Reading. He's almost worth £1 million, according to the chief executive. So I don't know. I'm not going to sell him. I've said that already. I said that in the last episode. And I stand by my word in this episode. And again, we've had a pre-contract offer accepted. This time for Tom Parks. This one I would be more inclined to accept. I know this guy is a brilliant player. He's an absolute brute of a centre-back. And I think he would be a perfect replacement for Osborne. And for that exact reason, I think I'm going to reluctantly say that we're going to be signing Tom Parks for next season. My first team is fully fit for the next game against, I believe it's York City, but I am going to sim this match. And the thing is, I believe it's 2 days later that we then have a cup game. And it is going to be against Bradford City, so this must be the semi-final because we've just played 2 legs against them. I've just got to hope that somehow we pull a victory out of our arses with this one. We've got a very weak back line. We've got Nightingale and Cargill. Will we be able to pull off the victory? I'm not really too sure. Do we pull off a victory? Yes, we do. What a great game that was against York City. 3-2. Lots of goals in that game. Sean Rigg, despite getting 2 goals, he's still crap, he really is. King came off the bench and got himself on the score sheet though, which is good to see. Jamal Blackman wants the full $3 a week, and to be honest, I'm not really too sure if I want to sign him because I've just realised he's only worth 160,000 and I offered 200,000 plus McDonald. And yeah, I think because of that, I think I'm not really going to go in for this guy. In fact, what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to go ahead and go to, where is it, the Youth Academy. And we're going to go ahead and scout a goalkeeper. Yeah, I know we've got a 1-star scout. It doesn't really matter too much. We're going to send him out for 3 months looking for a goalkeeper. Maybe he can find a bit of a gem. Certainly someone who's going to be a lot cheaper than Blackman. I believe this is the semi-final of the J-Paint Trophy since it's split into 2 legs. And we now have the home leg here against Bradford. Yes, I know, I'm simming another match. This is the last match I'll be simming of this episode. It's just so that I can split the transfer window over 2 episodes rather than having it over 3 or 4. And as well as that, I'm pretty sure we're going to go through to the next round of the J-Paint Trophy anyway. We get a 1-1 draw there. I think that's enough to see us through because we ended up winning the first leg 2-0. And we finally have a transfer offer accepted for Callum Roberts, 150,000 plus Sean Rigg. Bit of a bargain if you ask me. We're going to go ahead and give him a contract. So I'm going to go ahead and lower his wages. But I will give him important first team player and I'll give him a 4-year deal and important first team player. There you have it. Probably won't accept the £250 decrease though. We have another game here against Mansfield. I'm going to go ahead and sim this one. I know I'm simming a lot of games, but this is just how we get through transfer windows. We've got to do things like this, and then when we get out of the transfer window, we will have a lot more gameplay. Hopefully, we can get a good result in this game. We're playing against Mansfield, and we end up getting a 2-0 result, and it's Akinfenwa again.
Akinfenwa.
Right guys, this is going to be the end of this episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And if you have enjoyed this episode of this career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. My voice is ever fading. The more I speak, the more it's going. So I'm just going to end this episode off very quickly. If you've got any transfer suggestions you want to make sure you leave them down in the comments below. But apart from that guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.